The NBN Co has been coming under a lot of criticism lately. After all, its rollout is putting an arthritic snail to shame. They said in their corporate plan that they'd have 151,000 active connections by the end of June, and as at the end of May they only had 11,000. That's quite a shortfall, and most of them are on the interim satellite. Indeed, as far as we can see, there's less than 4,000 people connected to the NBN's much vaunted fibre optic network. This is going so slowly, it will indeed be a project for our grandchildren, except that they'll enjoy it, most of them, in their very old age. But you know, the other big issue that's floating around in the media today is, of course, the threat to newspapers. Journalists everywhere are filled with anxiety. They're almost more worried than politicians because they see the internet overtaking the newspaper business. And they see the NBN, of course, as a threat to that, so they're probably quite pleased that it's proceeding very slowly. But you know, not all is lost. Just the other day, we came across the NBN's Community Information Kit. This is a very handsome blue box with a white lid, and it's sent to public-spirited people who want to spend their spare time promoting the NBN, even apparently in areas where it isn't likely to come anytime soon. And there are all sorts of things in this kit. There's a very handsome folder to put things in. There's a pen, actually quite a lot of pens in here. You can give away pens to people who haven't got the NBN so they can keep writing letters to each other and put them in the post. What else have we got here? Oh, yes, we've got some USB sticks. Now, these are very good if you don't have the NBN and aren't likely to have it anytime soon, because you can download files onto this and then put them in your pocket and bicycle them to your next address. You see, if you're waiting 10 years for the NBN, that's probably not a bad thing to do. But this is where the newspaper industry will be relieved. Far from being a threat, the NBN Co is going into the newspaper business. Most of this box is filled with 350 copies of the NBN's own newspaper, called Connecting Australia. Now, I don't know whether Stephen Conroy or Mike Quigley would pass the public interest test that they're proposing to apply to the rest of the media. After all, there seems a distinct lack of balance in this newspaper about the NBN. I can't see anything in here about them missing their forecasts or the blowout in costs, and there's no mention of any of the criticisms that I've been making about it. It does seem very one-sided. But look, you know, journalists are under siege, so the one thing we can be sure is that the NBN, far from being a threat to the newspaper industry, is absolutely committed to it.